What's up, everybody? Randy, Nerds Templar, hanging out, playing some Pokemon Violet version. 1 second, need my controllers. Just in case they need charged, I think they should be okay, at least for a little bit. We are, whoa, doing some cool camera things. We're hanging out, that's all. Shiny Hunt Day, Battle Day, BBQ Day, whatever we decide to do day. And that also is, this is also the weekly Shiny giveaway stream day where we pull that name. We actually got 10 names for the week. All you got to do is chat. If you chat anytime during the week in the live stream or leave a comment, either way, you will be added. You have to leave it. If you're going to leave a comment, do some. It would be beneficial to you if you do something that would, other than leaving it in a Pokemon video. One of the ones we would usually you have to leave it in one of our normal Pokemon videos, of course, one of the ones that we would be talking about this in. And then you would also be added to the list for the drawing today. And so that's why I'm a little late this morning. Again, sorry about that. I was going back through the streams, and now from now on I'm going to keep track of names as we go. I thought I had I was able to look back through the replay of the chat, but I was not, so I had to just listen to myself call out names of people as they came into the chat. But I think I have everybody, 10 people listed. I'm gonna just keep the list, running list as they come in for the week from now on, so I don't have to do that. That was one thing I was doing before stream here, and the other thing I was doing was getting the reward box ready. So it's finally prepared. Here's the second reward box, which is basically just a bunch of recent event stuff, all shiny, obviously, you can see there. But here's the real reward box that you can see almost all, mostly all event Pokemon. Back the whole way to Fletchling, they're actually in order, Fletchling and then onward to the latest events up here. I don't have an Oddish in here yet, but I actually didn't get any yet on Violet here. That's the last thing I have left to do. But I have a lot more Pokemon than I thought that we are giving away that are not shiny ones. I have a Gengar, the Dratini, the Espeon. I had already mentioned the Umbreon. Finally have them all in here, though. The Umbreon, though, this was actually done on stream specifically for the reward box. So there it is. Vaporeon, I actually did the same day after stream to get one extra Vaporeon. I had a few already myself. I got this Smeargle. It wasn't something I was necessarily going to give away, but I do have a couple extra ones, and that was a random one from one of our other playthroughs, I believe. It was, actually, I think this is my casual Scarlet version. Where is the name there? Nerds Templar, yes. That is the casual one there. But again, and then this one was from our maybe it was, our first Ironmon playthrough, I believe. Temple Nerd, yep, that was Violet version then. Our first Ironmon playthrough. After the fact, I found that randomly. This Golduck this was one of the random ones I found on this character, actually. I have a couple. I have one I randomly found here, one I randomly found on Scarlet, and one also I was a Psyduck I found on Scarlet way back in the day. And then also Trapinch, I believe this was also found on stream during our first hard mode playthrough. Yes, this is the Trapinch we caught during the level 1 playthrough. So that was on stream there. Same day I got a Sawsbuck and an Oddish, I believe. The Oddish I got there was a random Oddish. It was before the event. James, what up? What up? How you doing? So yeah, those are all our reward Pokemon from which you may choose. And at some point, maybe we'll also pop in the second rewards there. I don't think we're going to do it this time. But yeah, there we go. So that's that. Of course, we're just chilling, doing whatever. I got a Klefki outbreak, and I'm feeling like I might eat a sandwich for this, because I actually have some herbs now. In fact, I have yet to do my Wochien for the day. The final, wait, I guess there's 2 more today and then tomorrow. Yeah, there it is. And I might do a little bit of Oddish hunting today. We don't have any on Violet here yet, and this is again where I usually get those extra ones for the events, for the rewards. Not the events, but for the rewards for our pull today. Our drawing. of which you are, of course, already added, James. All it takes is chatting or commenting on any of the videos, any of the 5, normal stream VODs we would be doing. Which is the only way you would ever know that there's a giveaway happening, right? So, oh yeah. So also we have we have Poplio. I might end up grabbing a Poplio for this character. It doesn't have one yet. And anything else? We have Minior. Anyone welcome to go knock that Minior down. See if they get lucky. Mr. Jux, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Trapinch, Crocodile, that is. Not bad, I guess. Growlithe, Bellsprout, for our extra other stuff. Did I miss one? No. I thought there was one other one that was kind of something that I might be willing to hunt. We got Litleo down there. Dratini, not bad. Got a Dratini in the reward box, of course. And that's it, I guess. Dratini's not bad though. Wouldn't hate having an extra one of those just in case. Dugtrio there. Salty herbs. Yeah, if anyone wants to pop in, does it give a code if I do? No. I mean, I do still have my Wochi in here if anyone wants to join for it. Somewhere. Where you at? But I just passed it somewhere. Oh, maybe I already did do it. Never mind. I take it back. I'm sorry. I did it already. Why is the main hero? I use literally any herb just to make the shiny sandwiches. I've seen the whole like salty thing, but I don't know why people say that. The list I got that I've used for several different ones, it's just 2 of any herb, any type of herb, and that gives you the level 3 encounter, level 3 shiny encounter, and level 3 shiny encounter, level 3 encounter, regular encounter, and level 3 mark, title power, whatever it's called. I'm gonna get it right now for these Klefki. I think I'm gonna do it. But I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe there's something special about the salty ones, but I have not. I mean, did they give you like level 5 or something? I thought level 3 was the highest you could get. Let's see here. I've never made a. I'm gonna go steel because there's a bunch of other fairy types around here. I've never done a steel one. We need. Oh, hamburger. Okay, more hamburger. That's easy enough. So the base is tomato, onion, green pepper, and hamburger. And then the last 2 ingredients are whatever you need for the specific type. So we need 2 more hamburger and then 2 of any herbs. And I have literally 2. Oh man, I thought I had more than that. Scarlet version probably has like 10. And I have not been that lucky here. So whatever, at least I got enough for the Klefki. That's what matters to me. Let's do it. One salty. So, this is not how I'm supposed to start. I already messed it up. It's been so long since I did this. Supposed to start with the peppers and the onions. But that's alright. Save it. Nice bed for our burgers. Now this is more like it. A sandwich this long needs 3 burger patties. Woo. Oh boy. Oh man. I don't know. That might have ruined it. That might have ruined it. We'll see. I've never actually had less than well, it still might be a 3-star. We just might not get what I want. Find out. I've always gotten what I wanted from the what I was going for, even when I had stuff fall off. But that was an entire ingredient, so I don't know. Yeah, still got it. Okay. Sparkling title and encounter powers. Level 3. Steel. Oh yeah, by the way, Klefki, isn't it like bronze instead of silver? This is going to be a really hard one to find. That's why I wanted to do it. Hold on, while I look it up, let me go to the home thing here, so I don't waste my time. Now I gotta find them. He's around the middle somewhere. But we're not. Just because he's a tiny thing of keys, you'd think that wouldn't make a difference in trying to find him on a list. But apparently it does. You just pass right over him. I have no idea where he is. I just did it again somehow. Can I look him up quick? Probably not. Oh, actually, yeah, I could, right? No? There we go. Recently battled. 240. Okay, there we go. So yeah, like right in the middle, almost. Next to all the other things that would spawn here. It is, it's like brass colored, not really a bronze. A little bit of a yellowish. should be noticeable enough, I think, with the camera, with help from this. And it's a decent spot too. Is that one? Oh no. No. Yeah, especially based on how different it was. Hello, you're not supposed to be there. It's Bathra. Shoot. The color actually, it seems to come through better on the game than it does in the pictures on Cerebi, I've found, so hopefully that means that it'll be even easier to find. I'm only looking for one of these, at least for now, unless we somehow get really lucky and find one quick, and then maybe we'll stay for a little longer. Yeah, but I hope for anybody out there that didn't know that, I hope I helped with the Urban Mystica Shiny Hunt thing. Is there something else with the salty ones? Because as far as I know, we just got the max powers that you would want. I don't see another one. It looks like it's going to be easy enough, especially in the nighttime here. So make sure we take as full advantage of the night as we can. Yeah, we got exactly 10 names for our drawing today so far. So as long as we don't get more, or as long as we only get 2, then I will be able to roll a dice. I got one of my many dice here ready to go, my 10-sider. So yeah, I'm excited for it. And then I'll give the winner a week or so to claim their prize. I will also be posting a picture of the prizes in the community tab after the stream here. Now that it's all set and ready to go, I just did that before the stream started, so I'll take a picture afterward, put that in the community tab, and then anybody who wants to check that at any time, especially the winner, can do so. And then let me know however you feel like letting me know what you want, and we'll set up a good time to do it. On stream or off stream, whatever. As long as I know it's you is all. The on stream would be the easiest, just so we can verify names. Speaking of shiny prizes, shiny rewards, I guess we're about a week away, as far as my intel suggests, from getting our first shiny ruinous Pokemon. I'm super hyped for it. And then right tomorrow, for me, it'll be around like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when the day changes over, and we'll get Chien-Pao. Might even try to get one in that night if I'm not too tired and just want to sleep. Sometimes I stay up a little later on Saturdays. I know I'm talking about 8 p.m., but you know, I get up pretty early. When you don't have a reason to be up late, because you're not watching or doing anything, you know, they're not watching any late time things or doing anything that requires you to be out at late or anything like that, then you tend to just start going to bed when the sun goes down, like humans would have naturally always done throughout history. Or at least, you know, start getting tired and then thus go to sleep soon afterward. And because of that, you end up waking up when the sun starts coming up, or even beforehand sometimes. I see most every sunrise. I literally see it because it's right out the window right there every morning. So, pretty cool. I also usually see, at least this time of year, I also see Venus. That's where Venus would be, right out the window there in the morning before the sun comes up. What do you guys think about these new outfits? I don't really like this one. I don't really like this one. They're both a little, I mean, they look the same. They're a little goofy. But I think the colors on the other one are a little better. And this is, of course, a violet version, which gets the red and the yellow that looks like it should be Scarlet, but you can see there's grapes on there. And of course, Scarlet has like a purple and a blue, which you would assume, again, would be with grapes on it, but it has oranges. I do kind of like that. I don't mind that. I think that was an interesting thing to do. Changes up the variety, or adds to the variety of colors on each character that they have to wear, of course, which is nice, but the outfits themselves leave a little bit to be desired, in my opinion. I think pretty much every outfit in this game is kind of goofy. There's not too many that look normal. I guess that's just the world of Pokemon, though, right? They don't wear normal clothes, normal looking things. At least not if you're a Pokemon trainer, right? Pokemon trainer can't dress normally. That's not allowed. They do still have a couple other prizes, reward shinies, that I'm gonna check on. That may or may not be able to be added to the box. One's not that I have it yet, but potentially a Litleo, and maybe I'd have to check, but possibly an Alolan Vulpix. which is probably like the best prize of them all, but I'm not sure if I can add that in yet. Since it's an exclusive, I don't know if I have enough yet. Poplio, though, if we end up getting kind of lucky later on with the Poplio, if I do that for a while, then I don't know, maybe we'll have, if we get 2, I guess I'd have an extra one for a giveaway. I'm only hunting 1 here because I don't have any on Violet yet to actually use. I'm pretty sure I'm ready, I'm good to go with the ShinyDex, living ShinyDex. Got 3 of them for that. Got 1 on Scarlet already that we've been using. It's already level 100 full EV trained. So yeah, just 1 more here and I'll be good on the Poplios. What event legendary shinies or legendary-esque shinies do you think they're going to do next? Do you think it'll be Miraidon and Co-Raiden? The ones they had, the ones that are still shiny locked, that is. I think it's going to be them. I would imagine they're going to go in order. I'm really looking forward to that. It's got to be soon-ish, right? Especially if they plan on giving them away more than once. I don't know, who knows? I guess they'll have like an extra year or so. Who knows how long it'll be till Gen 10 comes out. I imagine they're going to keep running events in Gen 9 here up until Gen 10 comes out, even though we're going to be seeing stuff in ZA as well. Mystery gift wise and event wise, I'd imagine, by the sounds of it, which is cool. But I don't think you can really give, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You guys can let me know, because if you let me know what happened if you were around for the release of Arceus. If they were still running events in Sword and Shield during that, and if they even had events in Arceus, I don't even know. But they did say something about mystery gift in ZA, so there's definitely something extra there. Also curious to know what you guys think might be the next sequel coming out, or not sequel, offshoot game. Do you think they're going to make anything other than Legends games now? I kind of feel like that's all that there's going to be. I feel like that's the new one and only side story games, whatever you want to call them. Spin-offs. Could be wrong, but how many games ago was Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? You know what I mean? And there was such a interesting. And there was such a big difference between those generations as well, 4 and 5. And who knows? Maybe they're done with it. Just Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and then let's just be done with the remake thing, that whole remake thing we were doing, and move on with some other types of quote-unquote remakes, which again, Legends is sort of remake-ish, but not really, of course. And I don't know, Let's Go Pikachu is just a gimmicky, Gen 1 remake because the Switch was a new thing. That's kind of what it seems to me. I don't think they had any real plans to do anything extra with that. Just of course, take advantage of being able to make a new yellow version remake, I guess. But other than that, just also all the new Switch stuff. Take advantage of the new system in a simple game. Again, as usually happens with especially Nintendo systems and their gimmicky things they're always adding. Usually the first games coming out are always like more simple, much more simple than the later ones. Once the technology's better utilized, I suppose. I don't know all the details, of course, but I just see the results of the games and how they get better over time. Like the Wii was the same thing; they just get better over time. VR is the same thing; just gets better over time. VR is obviously not Nintendo, but it's the same concept with that grows, and then so it's like, oh, new Switch and all these new Switch mechanics. Let's try to utilize those in a different simplified sort of Pokemon game, which, I mean, it's simplified, but I think it's still quite fun. Let's go Pikachu and Eevee. I'm looking forward to doing some battles with my nephews there. I already beat my sister a few times. She's gonna eventually she's gonna be like, all right, I need to like buckle down and learn how to beat this guy, right? Or give up. I hope she doesn't give up. She'll have to just battle her sons. They can train with each other. That's what they should be doing. They want to dethrone the master. One way to do it. Every time I go see him, I ask him. I feel like it's every time I see him, I ask him if they've been battling each other, and usually their answer is no. Sometimes they say yes. We need to do some more battles soon here. But I really would like them to, next time we hang out, it'll probably, at least if it's a not so nice day, I have some plans to put them to work. No, I would like them to help me with a game. It's a pretty I don't know. I mean, it's for any age, basically. I'd say it takes maybe a little bit of understanding, skill, and strategy if you're actually playing it at all in a serious manner. But it's something that I need some of their stuff they got, for one, because I don't have the stuff myself to use what I need to build the game to be able to test it at all. So hopefully they can do that. I'll be able to use their materials along with some other things that we'll be building together to help with it, to be part of the game. It's going to be super fun, though. As soon as they know what the idea is, they are going to be all about it. I think they're going to definitely want to help me play this, build and play this one, because it's just awesome. And hopefully at some point, I don't even know if it's one we'll be able to play on stream or on the channel, unfortunately, because I think it's a little too much of a physical game. I don't know if it's something that you could actually play online. You need something very specific. Like, we can play basically almost all the other games, I think, on Tabletop Simulator that I've created. But this one, it would need too many specific things. I mean, it could be made into an app, video game app kind of thing, whatever you want to call it. But as far as like straight up from Tabletop Simulator, I don't think it would work. Although you can do a lot with Tabletop Simulator. We could probably, if we had the people that knew how to use it fully, I don't really know how, I just dabble with it. But if we had people that knew how to fully use it and export or import different assets and stuff like that, then maybe we could make it work. But as it is, with all the default stuff they give you, which is a good bit, it's just not enough, because it's such a specialized kind of game, which I didn't really want to get into making a whole lot of those, because I don't want to have to like make all these like goofy little contraptions and stuff for games. This one does sort of rely on what some may call goofy little contraptions, but my goal is to make it as simplified of contraptions as possible, so that they can just be easily added to the board game stuff, right? Something that's maybe even something you can construct quickly on your own, which is the goal. That's what we're going to shoot for. That's not really what I need my nephews for. That's a later problem, a later bridge to cross when we get to it. But for now, I just need their help with the stuff they got. It's not going to be perfect. I know I have to be super vague about it as usual. Sorry, but the things they have for me to be able to use to start to test this game out is not going to be exactly what we would probably use ourselves. We would need something that's a little different, but it's going to be at least close enough that we can get a good idea of how it will look, how it would play. And it's going to just be super fun. I can't wait to show you guys and play some of these with you. Maybe that one, sure, definitely. But there's many others that are just awesome. And very soon, guys, I'm telling you, very soon we're going to be testing them. If you want to be part of it, join the Discord. And we will, I'll at some point announce it. Probably very soon I'll announce like some kind of, I just have to make a hard date, I guess. Ask who wants to do it. If we have enough people, set a hard date. We'll talk about it. I will need like some sort of. Well, I'll have to. The one big thing I have to figure out is how we do sort of the whole exchange of info and official signing of like NDAs, so that of course nobody testing the games can go try to steal it. Not that I don't want to trust everybody involved, of course. That's what everybody says, but you know, we got to be realistic about it. The one thing is like game mechanics can't actually be stolen. However, of course, I mean, somebody could always come out ahead of you with something very similar, and that would just be annoying. But that's not really much of it. I mean, that's really, I guess, the only issue. There's a few other things. It's more as far as like the story behind things goes. And that would be the same for any story that, of course, has a potential of being stolen, which these days is actually really hard to do when you think about it. Because a creator who creates something, is, of course, automatically owns that creation. So as long, in these days, with the internet, with technology, it's pretty hard to fake having something before the original person had it, because of course you have easy ways to document when things were created. Anyway, on that same note, we're always looking for people to help create, especially again in the future at some point. Once we're growing a little more, I'm going to be looking for a lot more of that. But we're definitely looking for people for art, especially if they want to donate their time and their talents to creating some art, whether it's for stories or games or whatever. Wait, oh no, it looked slightly different, but I don't think it is it? Oh, what is that? What? What's that? Whoa. It's like mess the camera. What does that do? Just set you back to about. Oh, okay. It takes you back to just level. If you click the right button and the right stick. We're running out of our sandwich pretty fast here. I've also been working on, of course, talking about it, speaking of games, trying to figure out which ones will be the best ones to release first. I have a lot of games that are like kind of standalone stuff, and in those we can probably test first pretty easily. I have a few that are from a certain storyline universe sort of thing that doesn't exist yet, other than in my own writings. So I will. One of my thoughts is, I was trying to think of a way to do like a shorts story series, which of course is difficult, being that you only have it's nice, of course, that you got 3 minutes now. It's nice that they updated it. It makes it at least feasible, sort of, to be able to do something like this, but it is still only 3 minutes to be able to tell a substantial enough amount of a story that it's worth doing. I think maybe it's possible. I mentioned before, of course, as most readers, narrators do, you read slowly enough that everybody can listen along, no matter how slowly they need you to read. And then of course the people who can take something faster, they'll just speed it up, like I'm sure a lot of people do. I very rarely do I watch anything on normal one-time speed. Very, very rarely. And I think a lot of people are like that. But for those who aren't, who want to like really start trying to digest what the story, what's being said, to catch all the little details, you can watch it at one-time speed or listen at one time. But if you were to not do that, if you were to just like kind of talk at a normal pace, kind of tell it as though you're almost telling a story, just speaking, then maybe you can get through about a couple pages in 3 minutes, and that's not so bad. I think that's something that would be manageable enough if you're telling a story that's sort of moving at a fast pace. I think that's probably enough time. So I'm going to try it. If I can write something that seems like it's good enough, then I will try it. But the other thing that'll do is give that background. It'll give some story to some of the games that we're going to be testing sooner rather than later, because there's several of them from this universe that I've already created that have been well done, like a good steak, for a while now. In fact, one of the first stories, or one of the first games I did was, I guess I kind of rebranded it as a Beyond Lumina game, but either way, it was one of those. I still have several others. I have a card, like a small. It's not like a TCG card game, but it is a game that deals with just straight up cards. It's actually a pretty fun one, and that's what, in fact, also one of the first ones I made. It's been ready for so long. It actually has a what do you call it? The word's slipping in my mind now, but the prototype is like actual paper stock, card stock cards, and I put them in sleeves because we have tons and tons of sleeves for cards. So they're already in there. It's in a nice deck, all printed out on cardstock from cards I created myself. It looks awesome. It looks awesome enough. We'll say that. It's very easy to use, it's a game. It is straight up a game. There's just one version. There's just one copy of it. And it's actually not been played in that version yet, in its full created version. It was played on, I had these cards that you can buy them on Amazon, just blank playing cards. So I bought one of those, a deck of them, I guess. Deck of blank playing cards, and that was enough to make this game. And so I did that initially. Of course, then you got ink rubbing off on your hands and stuff. And at first I used, and the reason was because I used dry erase, thinking to myself, oh, you know what, maybe I'll just be able to reuse these cards. And then after I got like a couple in, I'm like, yep, never mind, that's a horribly terrible idea. And of course that's not going to work because they're cards. You can't erase that from cards. Actually, I used the wet erase. Maybe dry erase possibly would have worked, but I used wet erase, I think, at some point, maybe. But I ended up just going with permanent on them anyway. So I guess there's actually two decks of that cards for that game. The one that was that one, and then the one that I made myself recently that's a much nicer version. Actually, I considered just giving that to my sister and her kids. If we play it and they like it, I'll probably just give them that deck. Yeah, because again, it's not something that like you collect the cards and then you make a deck and you play against other people with their decks. It's just like one deck, and then there's also like an expansion if you want to play with more players. But it's super fun. It's also a competitive game. It takes strategy. It's luck. Obviously, there's going to be luck involved with anything like that. But it does take some good strategy, and it's awesome. It's been something out for a while. That is definitely one we can play. I'd like to get that out soon because obviously it's already ready to go. So if it's good enough, then we ought to do it, right? And that's one we could either, any card games like that, we could play that on Tabletop Simulator. It's easy enough to make card games on there. In fact, I played one of my actual TCGs on Tabletop Simulator already. Imported all the images because I actually made the physical cards for that game as well, and gave some of them to my nieces and nephews to try to get them interested in either the card game or the art for it. But yeah, that one's pretty much ready to go. So yeah, focusing on really 3 stories, Beyond Lumina being one of them, so 2 other stories that'll allow us to pretty much make all of the first games that I plan on making, and because they are based on those 3 stories, one of those 3, or it's just a standalone game which we can of course play anytime. I'm sure we're out of sandwich by now. I might do some battles too. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see about it. It's been a bit. I was more excited about battling when I thought we were going to have our own battle league. But we can't until they make champions and hopefully have a spectator mode there. If they don't, I'm going to be super sad. I guess it's something they could always add since it's like it'll be like an app, right? We'll see. Giving me coffee a little early here because of my, I don't know. I started the stream a little late. Probably had coffee right at the start of when I wanted to do it, but then I was messing around with the rewards box. All kinds of other stuff. Trying to clear some things out. Oh, and of course getting the list ready for the giveaway. And of course it'll start back up every week, Monday through Saturday. Whoever chats will be entered into the Saturday giveaway. Today is Saturday. Thus it is a giveaway day. The first one, in fact, this is going to be the first official one because we tried it before in different ways and it never worked out. But this time it will because we don't need people to be here specifically during the giveaway. We already got the list. We already got everybody, and we can add more up until the time we're ready to pull the name, about noon 30 maybe Eastern Standard Time. That's like in an hour, but maybe an hour and a half because we started a little later. Yeah, got 10 names, guys. So you have a 1 in 10 chance of getting a shiny Pokemon. Hey, I mean it's not like you're getting cash or something, which would also be cool, but it's something. It's not nothing, and it's not like you had to do anything except chat, right? There's the rewards again for anybody curious. It's all shinies, of course. Here's our second rewards box just to I don't know, tantalize you. If we get, I'm going to call it right now because we have 10. If we get to 20, I would say 12, but then it'll be like all of a sudden 2 people all of a sudden be here, and then there'll be 12, and I'll have to do another giveaway. That is the runner-up giveaway. But if we hit 20 in the week, 20 chatters in the week, and also commenters, if you comment on one of the 5 video streams through the week, you know, our 3 streams that we do, 6, I guess. Oh, I guess 5, because you wouldn't be able to comment on this one and be able to make this giveaway, obviously. If you comment on the Saturday video on the VOD after the fact, then we would count that to the next week, I guess, because then, you know, yeah, whatever. Then it'll still count. So the 6 normal streams throughout the week we do in the morning here, if you chat during any of them or comment on those VODs later on, you will be added to the upcoming Saturday giveaway stream, which is, again, this one right here. If we get 20 during the week, we will do a second one, the runner-up giveaway, which will just be it will only be from the event box. And also we'll have the I guess we'll do the thing where you can't win 2 weeks in a row, right? That seems like it's probably fair. But there you have it. That's what we're working with. A lot of different ones that I hadn't mentioned in the past: Trapinch, Golduck, Chansey, Smeargle, probably one of the better ones. This is definitely the best right here. The top tier, the top of the box is where it's at, in my opinion. It's got the Smeargle for some competitive play. You got 3 evolutions, Dratini, Gengar, can't beat that. All these event Pokemon. If you weren't here back whenever these events were running, you know, maybe you want a Charcadet or a Finiston. Charcadet's actually going to be coming back up soon, so maybe you don't have to worry about that one. I'm looking forward to that. Yo, Jux, what's up? What's up? Again? Never mind. You were already here. And you're already in, by the way. You already know that. You're in like 5 different times this week. Thanks for hanging out. Oh. Oh. That was cool. Nice little spin there, Klefki. I have an affinity with Klefki, or Klefki, I guess would be the right term there. The right, yeah, I don't know, because we did use him in our deck. A very important part too in our the one TCG deck we used, because then we stopped playing. So it's only time for us to use our Gardevoir EX. It's still hanging. Well, you can't see it because it's too high up there. Huh? It's at the very top, right next to the ceiling. We got there's a lot of hooks on that wall, so it's at the very top, and it's, you know, in the most prominent spot, of course. And I bought the League Battle deck. It was the $30 decks they do. Had the Gardevoir EX, 3 copies, I believe, of Gardevoir EX, Radiant Greninja, and 2 Mew EX. No, 1 Mew EX, Radiant Greninja, Luminion V, and 3 Gardevoir EX cards. That's what it was. And of course, I changed stuff up, changed a lot of that up through the time I was playing. But I stayed with Gardevoir the whole time with that main deck. And Klefki was a big part of that, for that lockdown ability of his. So they're definitely going to grab one of these. Feel good about it. Also, Fairy and Steel is decent, right? Supposed to be good typing, but are the Pokemon that are Fairy and Steel actually good? That is the true question. Other than, of course, the one that's a legendary. I know that doesn't really count. Wait, is there? Wait, Zacian's just Fairy, huh? It's not Fairy Steel, is it? I think it's just Fairy, right? Now that I have one. I didn't know until then. Guess we're going to need more if we're going to get some over on this character. Huh. Do some extra runs and get some extra legendaries from those games. We get so far away from it. Alright, I've been at this for almost an hour now. I'm about to give up. For the time being. I have like no BP. Still have no group quests, maybe one, but I don't think I have any group quests done on this character yet. My first main character. Scarlet's completely done. My Scarlet main, at least. Oh, by the way, I have a new video ready to be released that I've been waiting to release for a while, but it's been exported. It's done. Now it just needs to be uploaded. So definitely something extra, and that's not the Beyond Lumina videos. Those will be coming too, of course, throughout the month on Tuesday, Thursday, but Monday and Wednesday we got some other releases. And if I can, I'm going to do enough this weekend, the rest of this weekend, to be able to get ahead enough to have maybe both of those videos I want Monday and Wednesday to come out, and then to also continue coming out every other Monday and Wednesday. That, of course, I don't know why I'm talking cryptically for those. That's, of course, the Let's Go Pikachu hard mode and the water type trainer challenge, of course, that we already started. Get going on that again. Now that we're done with the hardest part. Now it's going to be easy street from episode 5 and onward. You know what we could do? just jump in a raid, see if we can get a Wochien and get a couple more herbs here. Knock another Wochien out. Why not? Why not? People should be doing it today. It is Saturday after all. Trading Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Mew. Nice. Oh, it might be a fake one. Probably fake. Yeah, you gotta watch out for those. These people out there, man, giving away these fake Pokemon like hotcakes. Or like hotcakes, because hotcakes aren't that common. Like M&Ms or something. I don't know. Yeah, it makes me sad. I actually have 2 shiny Mews that were given to me. Both of them were fake. If it has all best stats, if all its IVs are best, and not hyper trained best, if they're just straight up best, every single one of them, then it's definitely fake. Because I saw in a video, you definitely can't have that ever happen. Traded a Shinx for it. Well, that's, yeah. Yeah, you can, like, they got those, these guys who have these random trade codes. They just have a bunch of fake Pokemon, so I mean they're okay getting just a level 5 Shinx or whatever for it, because it's just a fake Pokemon that they hacked in anyway. So it's too bad. They're all over the place. It is an epidemic for sure. Apparently Pokemon doesn't really care that much about it. They deal with it. Be careful though. The biggest problem is moving them to home and then it becoming a bad egg in home, because I'm pretty sure that just, when you get a bad egg like that, when a Pokemon that's a hacked Pokemon goes into home and it catches it and makes it into a bad egg. I've never had it happen, but I've heard about it, and I think what that does is it just makes that spot in home unusable. It just like takes away a spot in home from you, because you can't do anything with the egg. You can't move it. It doesn't do anything. You can't delete it. Nothing. So it just takes up one spot forever in home. Then I guess that's it. That's Pokemon's way of punishing you. But I mean, it's not that bad of a punishment, I guess. Wow, I can't believe we're getting so unlucky with the event here. Yeah, luckily Mew, unluckily, but luckily Mew was the only one I had. And then I realized that we also actually have a Rayquaza that may or may not be fake. I have no idea. It seems like it might be, but I don't know. As long as you don't move it over to home, there's really no issue with it. That's the only problem is moving it to home and potentially getting that bad egg. Other than that, it's just something you don't want to use in competitive play, I suppose. Those would be the only 2 things. Yeah, I guess 2 things then in that case. Don't put it in home. Don't use it in competitive, and then it doesn't matter. Hang out with your shiny Mew and enjoy it. That's actually my Scarlet version's icon is with the shiny Mew. So I'm like, well, I might as well use it for something, right? Might as well take a picture with it, since it is easily one of my favorite Pokemon, and definitely one of the best shinies. In fact, I'm pretty sure that my favorite Pokemon card is probably the shiny Bubble Mew card from 151. At least from the like newer cards, as far as new cards go. Love that card. I do have the shiny Mew. I guess it's just the full art shiny Mew from that, which was an amazing pull. That was one of the last things we pulled. There we go. Before we, of course, stopped doing TCG, at least for now. But hey, guys, I'm telling you what. I've been keeping an eye. I'm always keeping an eye on prices. And it does seem like they're slowly going down just a little bit. And if that happens, it means that some local places may start getting more cards themselves here around me and selling them once and more at MSRP. They do it, but it's just so hard to find them, because anytime they go out, the very few times they have them, they just get bought up immediately, I think. So I just got to be there at the right time. But I think we're maybe turning a corner. I've been pretty pessimistic about this, but it's possible. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. It's very slightly possible that things are starting to come down, and maybe, just maybe, we we'll be able to collect some cards again. It would be cool. Where we have no idea what we're using here. Oh yeah, I do. Wait. Oh yeah, this is where I'm sorry. Yeah. Just got my Flareon here is all. Oh yeah, wait, can you get a shiny Mew in Dynamax battles? Oh, I would definitely want to do that. Yeah, I would love to get back to doing pack openings. It's been a while. It's been a while. I've opened every single pack I've gotten. That was what I was doing before video games. I did like a whole year. I was opening packs in a series, doing a video series, stream series. I opened every pack I had on a video or stream, so it was all there, recorded. Nice. Shiny Skeletor. Very nice. I usually go Flamethrower a couple times until we get Snarled on Flareon here. In fact, I should have just started with Go All Out, because these guys are going to do more damage than me. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll get some White Flare and Black Bolt. I think some of the even some of the later Scarlet and Violet was starting to come down a little bit. That's where I stopped collecting. I got a little bit of Prismatic Evolutions, and then everything went crazy. Completely crazy. Yeah, that's what I thought, just the legendaries there. Yeah, I'm super looking forward to doing that, though. Just the any legendary. Absolutely. That's why I want to do the Dynamax raids, Dynamax battles, whatever they call them yet. We're going to have like probably a day, a week. Once we finish Sword, and then, I don't know, maybe there's going to be some time between that and ZA. But if they're either way, either before ZA and after we finish ZA, once we're done with Sword, we're going to be doing probably at least once a week. We'll be doing Dynamax adventures, Dynamax battles, looking for those shiny legendaries. Guys are getting wrecked. Wow. Why is everybody always so hurt in this raid? Well, look at me talking. And maybe they just know they're all going to survive without having to use an item, so they just don't. So it goes a little faster. We're doing pretty bad here. I don't think it's my fault for going slow. I blame everybody else. Oh, are people getting knocked out? That's the problem. How are you guys losing? I actually usually use Shell Bell. I have leftovers on right now. One in 100 shiny odds. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy odds. Oh, we might get this. That was a nice shot there. Not for me. That Lynch. Get a little low here. I think it'll be alright. Not very good. Not with how long it takes. 1 in 100, I definitely want to do that. We're definitely going to have to get the shiny charm before anything. That's right after we finish the playthrough, doing everything in Sword, getting to the end game. Then we're definitely first thing we do after that is going to be shiny charm. Nice, so close. We got it. Don't. That would have been annoying. I don't think it might have mattered actually. It's hard to tell. That was so bad, but I'll take it. Let's get 2 herbs. Let's go. Or you know, like 4. Really? Let's Just a bunch of nonsense. Look at this stuff. Junk. Junk. What you doing, pup? Morning. Well, you can always do another one, I guess. I actually don't think I have anything better than Flareon to use. I don't have a Skeleturge on here. Oh wait, yeah I do. What am I saying? Where is he? There he is. And why? Oh, that's where the leftovers probably came from that Flareon's now holding, maybe. Because you should have, of course, should just have. That must be what we had, right? I think so. It's the battle team there, of course. And some in training. Those would be the ones in training there. Rest of our Paradox Pokemon. Yeah. Because Flareon just is supposed to have, as you can tell. What are you doing with your tail, weirdo? It's just supposed to have charcoal here. I'm back on now. That's the level 6 battle team my nephews took down already. They did a good job there. They're on to level 7. They never tried level 7 yet. They went on to the first level of double battles instead. That did not go so well for them. But yeah, they took down the Evolution team. Great job. This is not the next team. The next one is this one right here. Ready to go as well. But I'm definitely looking away. Well, we got a battle soon, the nephews and I, because I want to see if they can take down. This is when things are going to start getting a little sketchy, because as you can see, it's a lot easier. Things get obviously harder and harder as they go. It's a lot easier. This was like a next level up. I'm starting to use basically any moves I want, pretty much fully EV trained the way I want. The only real thing they don't have is the Flareon was changed, of course, but they're all neutral nature. Flareon was changed for the raid. So there's not a whole lot left to do, but this is where things start getting harder, because you can see, I think I changed the natures to what I want on all of them. Pretty sure they are what I want them to be. I specifically went with a slow team to see if they can deal with maybe some, did I put Trick Room on here? I thought I had Trick Room somewhere, maybe not. Anyway, that's not as important. The fact that it's easier to know, of course everyone knows what the Evolutions types are, so that's easy enough to deal with. Now they have to deal with Pokemon whose types they may not be as familiar with, and they all have 2 types except Electros. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Definitely looking forward to seeing how they do with that. And then this is the level 8 team that's already also ready to go. And then the other one to go with those 5 is Wochien, the first Ruinous, and also the first Paradox Pokemon at the same time. So that's when things are going to get really tough. Of course, also dealing with another dragon. They dealt with an entire dragon team earlier on. Got another dragon to deal with, and then these guys, I guess, just randomly. But we do have Dragalge and Clawitzer, so two exclusives. Sizzle should be fun. Should be fun. I think that's going to be a good team too. And then that's when we start going more Ruinous and more tough stuff. Slowbro, Magnezone, Salamence. I mean, now you're seeing like the really good Pokemon coming out here at the level 8, 9, 10. You guys ever maybe someday you guys want to test some of those out. You won't get the shiny rewards though for it. That's just for my nephews. I'm going to take a quick break, get my coffee. I will be right back. Thanks for chilling. We'll, of course, pull that name for the shiny prize in about an hour, maybe. So, BRB. All right. Back. You got her treat. My Keurig's a little messed up, so it took me longer than usual. You happy now, pupper? Healthy apple snack. It's not just an apple, it's like an apple grain thing. It smells pretty good, to be honest with you. You know, I'd really love to find a Klefki. You know what I'm going to do? Another Wochien. I agree. Nice. Yeah, and if it wasn't up, I was going to go to Oddish, do a little Oddish hunting. The last thing we need to do. When you don't have Pokemon Scarlet in your case. Oh, okay, yeah. You only got Shield. On a trip, are you? Nice. Oh, well, you know, that's okay. We'll save it for you. If I had you on home, I could get you that way too. I would need to... You'd need to join the Discord, though, and then probably DM me on there for a Pokemon Home transfer. But we could do it that way as well. Anybody could also do it that way if they wanted to, or of course, if you just wanted to wait, you could do that too. Okay, bye, Sydney. Whatever then. I do kind of wish I had something other than Flareon to use, at least a shiny Flareon, if nothing else. I'm sure I could find something better, but whatever. Ogerpon. It's probably the easiest way to go. We got two of them, I'll just go all out. Check the description, and you can join the Discord, our Discord. Nice shiny Delphox, very cool. Oh, you got me. It's actually the first time I've been Ruinationed. Hold on, people, don't attack yet. Avoided the snarl. I actually did get attacked by him with the Ruination once, but I dodged it with Skeledirge. I remember now. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I'll hang in for now, I think. I think I might as well just use Fire Fang. Now I will. Maybe save Delphox here, we'll see. Maybe, I guess. A little bit. Pretty bad one. I hate that random heal. Nice, I'm not even gonna Terra, there's no reason. We're just support here. We're just here to look good, get some herbs. Maybe get a flinch. Oh, he's already gone. Someone just whacked him. I bet it's Ogerpon. Double Ivy Cudgel. Arid Ivy Cudgel. Nope, just the one. Clear. Alright, come on. Can we get lucky? Apparently not at all on Philosopher. One herb. Okay. it's not enough. All right, let's go to Oddish. Let's see what we get. Are these new spawns here? I imagine they are. Can't see any of them. It's a little easier to hunt these in nighttime, but just not getting any spawning in or what. Where is everything? Like 5 things here. Oh, Angelus. Let's go over to an Oddish here. Let's see. Let's get one that maybe. Oh, no, I don't know. Not with all the water spawns, probably won't be that great. This one might not be too bad. Easy to see, probably not a whole lot else there, right next to the wall. Yeah, let's do it. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary, and she conceived of the Holy Spirit. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Behold the handmaid of the Lord, be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Let us pray. Pour forth, we beseech thee, O Lord, thy grace into our hearts, that we, to whom the incarnation of Christ thy Son was made known by the message of an angel, may by his passion and cross be brought to the glory of his resurrection, through the same Christ our Lord. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Hello there, Shiny Oddish. How are you doing? What do we got here? Like, oh, 33. Okay, it's not going to be enough. But now we can probably do some damage. I wasn't able to actually hit anything for a while. I probably could have also attacked the pet a little. I was just kill a Washrel here. Probably spark it. You know what? We didn't save, so let's do this first. Well, thank you, thank you. We have like, I think we were at a dozen, so you're, I think, number 13 on the Discord. Welcome. Very nice. And again, that's where we're going to do all the game testing. Anyone who's interested in doing that. So another good reason to join. And I'm really hoping to get started with that. If I were to give some kind of deadline for when I would like to have it started, I would say by Advent, by the winter time, by December. I want to start by then, start testing some games. So anyone interested, stay tuned for in the coming months for that to happen. Great. I can't wait. Some great games, and again, you guys are just gonna make them better. That's the whole point. It's just gonna get better. Surely we have somebody else. Yeah. Gross. Yep. Just right there. Just hanging out. As soon as we popped over here, wait, shiny what? The Oddish, right? For what? Kilowattrel? No. They do have a shiny Kilowattrel though. There we go. Still need a what's the little one? Oh, it's just Wattrel, huh? I still need one of those little ones. A little harder to see. Also, I have not hunted one yet. Kill a Wattrel was a super easy hunt. Alright, we need to knock these things out. Yeah, what are these? These are mostly like the rest of the level 9 and 10 battle team Pokemon I have in the party here with me for my nephews to take on once they finally get to that point. There's going to be 15 single battle teams though. I still got to make 5 more. And they are going to be crazy hard. That's the point. But as the rewards for those last ones, they're going to get, for the last 3 at least, they'll be getting Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle shinies. So I mean, hey, come on. That's worth it. It's worth the effort. And plus, they're also getting very, very good at battling themselves, especially for their age. Seeing how one of them can barely read, and he was still able to take down that evolution team. He did it. He did it. That's the thing about all these teams, is I'm able to go all out with them because of the way I form the teams, is for them to be beatable. Harder and harder, of course, getting harder and harder as they go, but still beatable, so that I can go all out, basically, and that they can still beat me. So it's worked out almost exactly how I wanted it to so far. They've been, it started getting harder and harder, right kind of at the pace that I wanted it. We'll see how these last teams go, though. We'll see if they're able to. They might be. In fact, there's so many different Pokemon I'm working on right now because I'm gonna have some substitutes in case some of them are a little too difficult. In case some are a little too difficult, I'm gonna have subs to swap in to make it a little easier. I don't know how we'll do. I don't know what we'll do after that. Yep, it is really that easy. Shiny Charm and Event Outbreak. Yep, actually it's not always that easy. It was pretty lucky, but it is still very, very high odds, or low odds, whatever way you want to look at it. Good odds. Crazy good. I don't even do a sandwich. I would maybe do, if I had more BP, I would do that meal power, the level 1 shiny encounter, meal power from just the cafeteria here, but I'm not going to do it because I don't have enough to buy even one. But that would be maybe worth it, just to give you a little bit more of an increase, if you have BP to spare at least. But other than that, no, it's so easy. That's why I end up with like 10 extras for events or for giveaways, especially again in the future whenever people start popping into the game, Gen 10, whatnot, and they weren't around whenever these events were running. Be able to get their hands on those shiny, because again, all these are they're gonna age nicely. Really good ones, really good ones. The Growlithe we got back a few months ago or whatever. Oh yeah, it will definitely be worth more and more. Because again, it's just, we're gonna keep on adding them to the boxes. They get taken, we'll add another one in. We'll have plenty to go. So again, there's those rewards. So many that, again, here's the event ones. We'll get Oddish in there as well. But yeah, if you really wanted an Oddish, you could get one of these Oddish we just grabbed. We got here, where they go. Yeah. Let's put them where they should go here. See if we got lucky yet with a. Oh wow, we did the first one. Lunchtime. Nice. I've been holding back the marked ones. Sorry. Those might have to be some sort of special giveaway where we give away marked ones. If I have any extras that I'm not just keeping for myself. Because of course, we need the ShinyDex ones. We need, in fact, still a Vileplume and Bellossom on this character to use. So 2 of these Oddish are going to be mine, the rest are going to be giveaway ones. If you wanted a bunch of marked ones, that would of course be the maybe one reason to do a sandwich. I don't know, maybe I'll have to look up some recipes for marked title power sandwiches that aren't shiny encounter ones, and which don't use it's not a shiny, is it? And which don't use herbs. Like something easy we can make that actually gives us some title power. That'd be cool. I don't know if they exist, but maybe some odd recipes out there, I'm sure. Yeah, 2 of them already. That was pretty lucky. 2 of them had still full odds technically. Well, other than the regular outbreak, the full odds for an event outbreak, which already gives you a higher chance. A lot of bad spawns. We're not really in the right area, are we? Maybe we are. We just need to make them spawn from over here. I've done a lot of outbreaks on this little hill here. This is like the 3rd or 4th one I've done. Able to get a shiny Sandshrew. Don't have any of those yet. Alolan Sandshrews. Or regular ones for that matter. I wish I could answer that. It's a very hard questions. Very hard questions. But I'm working on a list to try to, well, I'm working on a tier list so I can try to narrow it down, if that's any answer. I'm going to show you guys that tier list, of course I am, as soon as it's done. We should probably do a live stream of it, right? Probably live stream. In fact, what I'll do is like, I'll have it on the side, and then I'll start a new one, and I'll fill it in as I go through, but like with having already done it once, and then I'll just update it. I'll go through it all by showing you, because basically as I'm doing it, I'm just going straight through Gen 1 into the end. But the problem with it is that there's so many Pokemon that I've never used, or some of them I've never even seen before, like the I don't know, what do they call, like, those weird, there's like some weird group of Pokemon from a few generations ago, maybe it's like Sun or something. They're like not legendaries, but they're like legendary-esque. There's a bunch of them, it seems. I know nothing about those Pokemon. I don't even know what they're called, but I know they have some name. I just can't remember it. So there's so many I don't know, and I can't really rank them. I suppose I could at least rank the ones I know for now. I'll just do that. Maybe that's the answer. I'll just do the ones I know. Because obviously those will be the ones that have the best chance of... Yeah, Ultra Beast, that's it, yep. Yeah, I know nothing about those. But those would obviously have the best chance of being things that would be at the top. With stuff I actually know, right? Some other stuff may end up making it up there. But for now, I think, yeah, that'll work. Then I can actually do that soon. I've already done, I believe, I'm into Gen 4 for the ranking. It's been a while since I was at it. Sometimes I totally forgot about it, actually. But like at night or something, if I was having trouble sleeping or whatever, I would just pop it up on my phone and work on it a little bit for a while until I was done. And yeah, I think I'm into Gen 4. Spoiler, or I guess teaser, but it's also probably pretty obvious. But it's S tier is the top. That's not what I'm telling you, but just for reference, all of the starters so far from Gen 1 to 4 are in the S tier, in my opinion, for just by like way popularity for me personally, if that makes sense. So just how much I like the Pokemon, taking all things into account. So like if I really liked Onix, he could be S tier, even though he's like one of the worst Pokemon. Or like Luvdisc, if I just loved Luvdisc, then it would make an S tier, even though it's horrible. So it's not based on just like how viable they are. Although that is also something I've taken into account, because that also plays a factor in how much I like a Pokemon. So, just in general, how much I like a Pokemon is also going to be slightly determined by how much I have used it in the past, right? Or currently. Come on, bird. I know it's cold, but you can do it. Well, was there like two on top of each other? What happened? You see, we got super lucky and then nothing. Although that's fine. I'm alright with that. This is an easy one other than the snow. In the area. The area could be a little better, I guess. But super easy to see him. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Because I kind of prefer doing this. I think I'm going to move to a different area once we get this down to the end. And I'll knock another one down. Whatever. Why not? The one in the savannah. Pottage is just an easy shiny to see either way, so. Yeah, so good. That'll be a stream coming up. I'm trying to come up with a bunch of different, like, shorter streams we can do. Even better if we can find, like, a sort of series, even if it's like a once-a-week thing, whatever. That's why I was considering it. I think we will probably do it. Maybe we won't do one for the last Pokemon Presents, but I wouldn't mind doing that, trying that one of these days. Hanging out for the Pokemon Presents while it's live, or maybe right afterward. And watching it along with you guys. Getting your reactions. You guys can have my reaction. We can chat about it. Hang out maybe half hour or an hour or something, you know, something shorter. So, but if you guys have any other ideas along those lines, let me know. Let me know. Might even maybe get into once a week doing some TCG live. Maybe. Don't want to get anybody's hopes up. I don't think any of my TCG boys out there are watching right now, I'm sure. So I won't get their hopes up. But I'm not going to announce anything like that on Discord until I'm definitely sure I want to do it, because they are hanging out there. And I'm hoping, still waiting for me to. I know they want it. They're still there, so they must be open. I wouldn't mind it. I just don't collect the cards anymore because of how crazy it's been. I don't really want to deal with it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm so far out of touch with TCG Live as well now. Where are my spawns? On the side of a giant cliff. There's 2 Pokemon spawned. What in the world? What? Yeah, wait. That's fine. Whatever. We're gonna go to the savannah now anyway. Wait, see if a couple more spawn in. No. As weird as like it was broken, now stuff's spawning in again. Okay. To the savannah. This isn't the living dex character. I'd maybe check where we're at with shinies, but I am pretty sure we're over 300 at this point. Different shiny Pokemon. So doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. Nearing actually the halfway point, I suppose, in that case, aren't we? I think it's over 700, but it's not 800. Oh. Yeah, still easy to see him. Bright green for the shiny, so. Come on, bird brain. That's what it sounds like he says when his cry. Sounds like he says bird brain. Right? That's what I hear. Yep. Whoa. Ah. I totally opened my menu first. Do we have... We're working on EVs here, so anytime I do that, I do want to check, because yeah, I was right about at the end of these. You guys are done. Special attack. And... Yeah, he's obviously not what he's supposed to be, nature-wise, but he is, I think, maybe. What do you guys think? Should I go Spadef here? I think I'm going to put Spadef in him. He doesn't have to be two maxed out. These are for the battle teams for my nephews. I think at this point, I can start mixing it up a little bit. If I wanted to do a little attack and a little Spadef. I think I'm going to go Spadef for now. Let's do this. You know, watch, because if I do one more, I'll probably be done with those other three, right? All three of these guys. Lungus, Bisharp, and Gyarados, like one away, one off from the other ones where they were. Hello, eggs. That's not what our outbreak is. Although I wouldn't mind having another one. I only got one shiny Execute. In fact, I found a random regular shiny Execute. Getting comfortable on the left seat. She's got the fan on her over there again, so all sprawled out. Never coming back. Yeah, let's continue. Yeah, and you know, back to the tier list, oh man. The shiny tier list would be a totally different thing, wouldn't it? But now that would probably, I don't know, I guess it would be sort of the same. It'd be basically taking everything into account that the other tier list would, plus the shiny color. So, and of course the tier list is just to help us start narrowing it down so we can get a rank going for these things. We can start ranking the stuff. We can get a tier list first. We can break the tier list up into like plus and minus for every tier, and you know, keep whittling it down closer and closer until we get like a true list. And then every time somebody asks me, and I know I ask you guys the same thing almost every day, so I know I always want to know. I want to know for myself. So that's why I'm doing it. But I'll finally be able to answer the question of what my favorite Pokemon, or at least like what my 5 favorite Pokemon are, or something like that. I will finally have an answer. And it will probably change almost immediately. But at least the tier lists will be basically solid for the most part. We're good health-wise. Let's try to toss one out. Nice. Was that a female? In my opinion, female matches both Philosopher and Vileplume better. But I guess I would use, maybe if it was a male, I'd probably make it a Vileplume. So many shinies. I'm gonna, not only are we gonna have the living shiny dex, and eventually that'll move over to Pokemon Home and become a national dex. Right now it's just the Kitakami plus dexes, or not Kitakami, the Paldea, Kitakami, and Blueberry dexes in order that they would all be in. And is residing currently in our Scarlet and Violet playthrough. Or, I'm sorry, our main Scarlet playthrough. This is Violet here, so that's why we don't have it to show. Maybe next time. Again, I've been hanging out on Violet because, well, one, we have the event shinies to get on here instead of the other character, but also I would prefer to get any group quests done on here because I have none on here. Also, I have no BP on here. My Scarlet version has all the group quests done, and because that ended up happening, it also has like 12,000 BP still. I have everything unlocked, so it is rich in BP. This character is very poor. And yeah, it still needs all the group quests to unlock all those legendaries. Where are these Oddish at? More like over here, isn't it? Yeah, you know, where's this Kilowattrel from? It's not from here. It's from the Scarlet version, so I can't name him. I could, I guess, because he doesn't have a name yet. But he should be named Birdbrain. All the Pokemon from the battle teams get named, so he is going to need one. I'll have to start working on that too. The shiny tier list. Oh man. I might add all the Pokemon in for that one though. I don't really need experience with them to know if they have a cool shiny or not. I don't know, maybe we'll stay here to do, I'll probably not do it on stream anymore, but whenever I do the rest of the Oddish, it'll probably be from this spot. Seems maybe a little better just because it's not on a ledge really. Or more open, a little easier to spawn them in. One's far away, keep messing with me. It's either dark blue bodies though. I already got the other ones from here. Gonna get 3 new ones coming up soon. Sunday night. For me. Sunday into Monday. Starting to go down that set, right? Definitely getting lower, that's what I meant. Of course, with Chien Pao, it'll be the ice type ones. Ridgebacks. Got a couple of those myself already. Got a few Cubchoo. I've found 2 randomly. I hunted one. I believe I just hunted one. It took so long to hunt that first Cubchoo I ever got. And since then I got 2 random ones. So I have 3 of those. I was a little kind of annoyed with that because I was getting so annoyed with how long it took me to find my very first one. But yeah, the snow run's going to be great. I have none of those. I actually have some Frostlass. I take it back. I do have some Frostlass, but I have no Glalie and no Snow Run themselves, so that'll be a nice one. Plus, we've got 2 different evolutions. And of course, there's Frigibacks. I have 1. I think I just have 1, and that was actually hunted the same day as the Cubchoo that I hunted, the first Cubchoo I hunted. I was trying to get a second Frigibacks, but the Cubchoo took me so long that I wasn't, and then the second Frigibacks took so long I was never able to get that. But that's okay, because there they are. I can get as many as I want now. Look at that. All that for nothing. Yeah, that'll be a cool one too, a bunch of Excalibur. And I've been using, at least trying to get all of those event shinies that I've been around for into rotation to use myself. So we can start seeing some cool shinies on these streams instead of just random stuff. Although right now, yeah, as you can see, as I've been talking about, I'm training up Pokemon for those battle teams. So it isn't random stuff at all. Very, very particular things. And they're almost done. I just saw those battle teams. We're at the end of at least almost to level 10 of them. Guess we'll have a bunch more after that, but I haven't come up with the teams yet. And I'm far enough ahead of where my nephews are getting through them that I feel comfortable stopping for a bit, maybe moving on to some shiny training. Because yeah, we're gonna have, as I was mentioning, we have the living ShinyDex. That'll move over to Pokemon Home eventually, especially by the time Gen 10 comes out and we start then going National Dex. filling in the stuff from Gen 10 we get as well. But we're also going to have not a full Pokedex, ShinyDex on our Scarlet and Violet main characters here, like this guy. But we will have like one of every final evolution. So we won't keep an Oddish, but we will have a Vileplume and a Velossum shiny to use on both characters. That's my goal. So those are our amounts of shinies I'm trying to get. So in the case of an Oddish, if it wasn't an event and I was just hunting them for myself, I would be getting 4. I'd be getting 4 Oddish for the ShinyDex, Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume, Velossum. And then I'd be getting 2 on this, 2 for this character, and I'd be getting 2 for the other character because there's 2 different final evolutions. So we need 8 total Oddish just for myself. But we're well over that at this point already. So I've already got enough on Scarlet version for what I need over there, plus for the ShinyDex. Meaning that everything I get on this character is the 2 I need for this, and then everything else is for giveaways. By the way, speaking of giveaways, it's 12:30. I'm going to wait a half hour, just in case any other random person possibly chats and would like to become one of the contestants. We have 10. Very good chance for one of those 10. And also there's two on here that I don't think I've seen before until this week, and so it's very possible that if one of those 2 names are pulled come next week or whatever, it'll probably be a week that I wait, and then we'll just do a new drawing, I suppose, if nobody claims that in a week. Because everybody else I think on this list I usually see at least once a week, so either they popped in once and will never be back, thus we can re-roll and get somebody else in there, or they will hopefully be back within a week because they're a new channel member, channel sub, maybe. And yeah, I think the boxes for now it's pretty much where it's going to be. I don't think I have any extra ones. Litleo is maybe one other one. I think Golduck is in there, right? Litleo is the only one I wasn't positive about that I saw in my own shinies. And of course the Alola and Vulpix I mentioned earlier. It's probably the best one. I'm not positive though. I don't know. I think I might need him on this character. This one? Yeah, this character. Since it's an exclusive. I'm going to try to focus a little more on shiny exclusives. That's like my 3rd focus. I got evolutions, starters, exclusives. In that order, maybe, I guess. Exclusives are 3rd, I guess it doesn't really matter. Evolutions and starters, I'm looking for both of them. Evolutions, I'd like to just finish that up, get them all out of the way, because it's a little shorter. There's a lot less of them than all the starters. However, it does seem like, well, not all the starters are going to be easy. Like Chikorita, Cyndaquil. Oh, whoops. I totally missed the message before that one. Oh well, I guess I'm not going to be going from this area in the future. Sorry, Oddish. Goodbye. Go to the next place. Oh wait, that one might not be too bad. I don't really like this one. Too much water. Too much water around that one. Poplio. I haven't hunted that one yet. This one's not so bad. I got one more day, and maybe I won't even worry too much about hunting the rest of them today. This is one of the Pokemon I hunted on Let's Go Pikachu. Took a decent bit, but it was actually well below average for the catch combo when I found one. Same with my Growlithe. My worst hunt was a Staryu I got on there. But it was still like right below average, I believe. With the catch combo. Find one finally. But it seemed like it took forever, so I'm not really and not only that, but I also had even worse than that was the Nidoran female hunt that I did for the video series that failed. And then a failure after 500 catch combo. I wasn't willing to go over that. really like how they did it in Sword, though. I wish that was how they probably learned their lesson from Let's Go. Like, yeah, we should probably not make it that you need a catch combo in, like, while you, the one time you're playing the game and then it goes away if you reset. Maybe we should make it something more permanent. Which is then what they did for Sword and Shield, I guess. And does that apply to the Dynamax legendaries at the end of those? Like, if you defeat those, will you start having a better and better shiny chance at those as well? I assume that probably is only for the standard encounters. But man, it would be cool if it was for the Dynamax too. I feel like if it was, you'd eventually just have like a 1 in 10 chance. But like every single one would be shiny eventually, unless they have some cap at some point where it just doesn't give you any better odds. You get to a certain point. I guess I'll probably be willing to do a little shiny hunting in Sword and Shield. But of course, yeah, that'll be after we get the shiny charm. Finish that all up. Probably a little bit more. We'll do a little bit more of that before ZA comes out. And then after we finish everything in ZA. Depending on how the end game of that goes, because, you know, being a new game, we might have some extra stuff to do in the end game. By the looks of it, there's also like some kind of mega Pokemon raids. I don't know if it's a 2-player thing, or not a 2-player, but like a 2-character thing, meaning I know that you can like get help from an NPC for them. But being that they're, I believe, 2-player, kind of makes it seem like... And also there's some kind of link play mode. Whether it's just for trading, it's hard to tell. It might just be trades, but I don't know, it's possible maybe they have it for these raid things as well, whatever they are. Wild alpha Pokemon, for basically like alphas, but megas. Wild megas. Those are definitely a thing. As far as I can see, those are a thing. I didn't watch anything. That must have been, some of that must have been from the newest Pokemon Presents, but I saw secondhand news on it. But then, yeah, again, they said something about there's a mystery gift option, so it seems like there's that. There's link play of some sort, which means that I would imagine there's at the very least trading. I don't know what else, like that seems like the most minimum of a link play things there would be. And then again, there's mystery gift. And I don't know if there was that in Arceus or not. I can't remember now. I didn't play while it was while it would have been live anyway. But I can't remember if it was even a thing. But yeah, so those seem to be pretty much confirmed on ZA. Whether or not you can also do group up for these raids in ZA, that would be pretty cool. But that, I guess, remains to be seen, as well as maybe, I guess, potentially battling each other with that crazy, awesome new action battle mode. I would love it. I would love it. Of course, the only problem being, not the problem, but I don't know, I wouldn't want to see them going that route, obviously, with the official Pokemon tournament mode. Or would it keep it how it's always been. You want to keep it turn-based. That's like half of what makes, probably more than half of what makes Pokemon what it is. You don't want to just completely change the game and have that be the new thing. But again, as I've mentioned in the past, doing those kinds of things in the offshoot games, perfect. Perfect setting for them. And I look forward to checking it out and enjoy. Hopefully it's going to be awesome. I really look forward to trying it. Of course, as I've been saying, I already know which our starter is going to be. Not a super easy choice, but I decided, and I'm not gonna second guess my choice. if I was able to get the Pokemon Center pre-release had like they would give you a plush with the pre-order. Yeah, there we go. Not many left. I got it this time. And I almost despawned that one. That was close. And I would have actually maybe based my starter on whatever plush I ended up getting from that, but I didn't get that, so I won't be getting a plush. So I'm just going to go with the one I wanted anyway, in the first place. Nice. Beeping outside. There's like some kind of something going on in town anyway. Probably what it's about. An event. Is that number 4 there? Audition. First one we caught was a marked one, so that was cool. With a good title. I don't know how exactly do the titles work. I imagine they have different chances. I assume the uncommon title is the most common of the titles, but I don't know. If I were to just guess based on nothing other than what I've seen, I would say that uncommon mark is like the easiest one to find, and then there's like a second tier that is like all the other ones, and then maybe there's another third rarest tier that maybe includes the rare tier or the rare mark itself. Maybe some other ones too. I don't know. I'm sure people have made a list already. Easily accessible on the Googles. Alright, well, that's that. Did a lot of oddish hunting, didn't we? That went a lot better than Klefki. Oh, Sydney's crying in her sleep over there. Loudly. You might even hear it. Alright, let's do this. I guess we'll go Poplio first. We didn't do Poplio yet today. At least hunt it down, see if we get lucky. It's possible. What we got? 20 minutes or so before we pull our prize for the week. For slightly darker and with a pink scarf. I think I maybe found 1 or 2 on this version. They're just in the living decks right now. Just need 1 more on either character, 1 more, and then we'll have enough. But here it is. The last one I got was hilarious. It was on stream, and I ran into the outbreak area at the end of the stream, and one of the first ones that spawned in was a shiny. Right after I think I said that I probably wasn't going to find one because it's not exactly the easiest. Lunala is your favorite? Lunala is really cool shiny, yeah. That's respectable. Yeah, that's definitely a cool one. I think they made Orion and Miraidon really awesome. Both of them are really cool. So I can't wait to get those. Kind of like the Poplio one here. It's like basically the beach. It's always hard to tell in the DLC areas. The base game, Aldea, the outbreak, those outbreak icons, they actually go over top of where the middle of the outbreak, but they don't in the DLC. You can see how much it spins here. Like one moment we're on one side of it, and the next we're on the other side of it. So it's hard to kind of you gotta work to find where the middle is. It's hard to tell just from looking at it. It seems like probably about where it should be whenever it's facing north, I would imagine. So right about here is the middle, right on this trainer. It does seem to be the case. So pretty good area here. Okay, let's see. I've mostly had these guys in the water, so it's a little harder. And then if we somehow get lucky and get 2 of them, I'll add them to the box, the reward box. I don't think that's going to happen. I doubt it. Wow, what? Already, huh? That was quick. Now I'm thinking that they might end up doing co-riding and mirror riding the same way they did the Ruinous Pokemon, are doing the Ruinous Pokemon. It's just gonna be a lot harder. Could you imagine they make them a 7-star instead? And then we gotta take down a million 7-star co-riding / mirror riding. Oh my, that would just be, that would be difficult. This is our test. This is our test for the true challenge, right? No. They couldn't. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't. Don't mind getting maybe a shiny Alolan Exeggutor while we're at it. If I did, I would be done with that Evo line completely. Hunted an Execute down, got an Exeggutor other version soon. Kind of soon afterward, after that hunt. I think that was on stream, maybe. Can't remember now. Maybe I hunted at least a little bit of it on stream. Get these deer out of here. I just caught another Sawsbuck. So we got a Sawsbuck in our hard mode challenge. Can't remember which one that was. Maybe the winter one. And this one, whatever that one is, the spring or summer. Whichever one that one we just knocked out was. I just got one of those shiny recently. I guess it was on this character. No, it was on Scarlet, because Scarlet version main. Was grabbing an extra Chikorita. Because I realized we have all the Chikorita we need for our ShinyDex, but I don't have a Meganium to use. Now we do. I have a shiny Meganium finally. Doesn't get enough love, you know. Totodile and Cyndaquil are so awesome. Chikorita. It's too bad. At least it's been added to ZA, right? It's one of the ZA starters. That's cool. That's some love, right? But yeah, so we got a shiny of that. I thought we got another shiny recently on Scarlet to use for our shiny starter team. Coming along nicely. We almost have, I think we got like a team and a half right now to use. We need another water, I believe. However, I do have a Squirtle that I haven't added in yet. I guess maybe I should add him into the team. We do technically have one more. And a Charmander. Oh, not many left. Okay. Right here too. I just started it on here as well. In fact, named a box after them. There they are, the shiny starters. These are for my nephews, like I mentioned earlier. They get a shiny Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. If they can beat the hardest of single battle teams that I make for them. And there's my Charmander there, my Chikorita. That was, wait a second. Maybe that was on this character then. I take it back. Yeah, it is here. Is that execute? Oh, never mind. I take it back again. Because I don't see it anywhere. Sawsbuck is gone. Yeah. It's coming along. It's coming along. Fill up that whole box with them. Get one more hero. And almost a whole team. If we can get 2 water types, we'll have 2 of each for a whole team. Deer keeps spawning right in the middle. Weird. Oh, maybe, is it a fixed spawn, maybe? We just didn't knock them all out. Oh, maybe. It's weird that it kept, every single time it kept popping right up there. So actually an area we could probably just picnic. It is really hard to say where in the world the middle of this is. Oh, sorry, ma'am. Take one step away, we're good. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be too many Pokemon in the low tiers, the F tier, when it comes to the shiny tier list. Maybe a couple. There's really not that many Pokemon in general that fall into the F tier. There are some, though. Some I've pointed out in the past. Very rarely. The D tier, that's a little different. That's where all the Pokemon that I like really couldn't care less about would go. Full disclosure, there's a lot of bug types there. Yeah, picnicking's a little hard because the best place to picnic is close to the person, and you can't do that, so, you know. And also for future, maybe for the next one, but maybe not, sometime in the future we'll get a more legitimate drawing system for choosing our reward winner. But I think you guys trust me enough to roll this dice that's sitting next to me. That's what I'm going to do. Got everybody numbered on this list right here. It's actually in order of the chat for the week. That's how it's always going to go. Should be in the exact, it doesn't matter really, but it's what the order I went for was. And yeah, roll a dice, see what it is. Even if we had like one less, I guess I could, if we had 11, I could roll a 12-sider. And if I hit 12, I would just re-roll. Jux, we'll see you later. Thanks for chilling. As always, man. Have a good weekend. I'll hopefully see you Monday. Peace out. God bless. Maybe I'll even see you tomorrow. I'm considering potentially doing a shorter Sunday stream, which is a little different than what we usually do. So I might do that. If you end up popping in, maybe I'll see you then. Maybe not. And good luck. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to be pulling that name. You know, I'm going to put in the community tab as well. Not only am I going to put the pictures in every time there's an update for the box for the rewards, I will also post the winner every week, so then it's easier for that winner to see they have won. Fortunately, I may not be able to @ you. I will try. I will try. I won't have everyone's name exactly, though. Again, anybody out there, if you're watching the VOD especially, come hang out Monday through Saturday, every day except for Sunday. We're here 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, somewhere around there we start. And if you chat during the stream, or you comment on one of those VODs from the morning streams, Monday through Saturday, then you will be entered into this drawing that we're about to do here in about 5-10 minutes. If you comment, if you're watching this VOD, specifically if you're watching the Saturday VODs of me wandering around rambling and shiny hunting, or whatever else we decide to do on these Saturdays, if you do happen to do that and you comment on these videos, you will be added into the following the following week's drawing. So don't worry, your comments still won't go to waste if they are on this video. They'll just go to the following one. Of course, you can't be in the live drawing for the video that you're watching a recording of, so but it'll work out. And so yeah, that'll start up, and then Monday again, this coming Monday, we'll start the next drawing list. Anybody who chats live or comments on those videos, again, added right in. If you don't want to be in, you can let me know, I guess, for whatever reason. If you just if you're crazy and you just don't want to win a free shiny Pokemon. Yes, is as legit as they come, because I've hunted them myself. All of them. None were traded to me. They're all done by me. So. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I think I said all I need to say. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we do our casual playthrough. That is currently Sword. First time playing through Sword. I've played through Scarlet and Violet, obviously. I played through Arceus almost the entire everything, getting to the Shiny Charm and everything, level 10 research on everything. We're working on that. Played through Let's Go Pikachu already a couple times. So working on Sword, haven't played Sword or Shield before. We're in the DLC part 2 there right now, that we're nearing the end. And then after that, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl is all we have left to play of the Switch era. Of course, before we get into that, we'll end up playing ZA. And then after we finish ZA, we'll jump into Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Again, those are our casual streams. We're doing that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'm glad I was able to switch that over. That was Tuesday and Thursday. I swapped the stream days around. Now it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that's good, because then ZA is going to have 3 days a week once that comes out. We'll be playing a ton of that. And then, yeah, so Tuesday and Thursday, though, those are our hard mode challenge days. This is what we're working on. Level 3 right now. Our level 3 hard mode. Attempt number 2 already. The first level where we can actually, like, truly lose, and we already did once. So, great start. Great start. The second attempt isn't going completely smoothly either, to say the least. But it's still going, and we'll be on to that again. That's Tuesday and Thursday. And then, of course, as you can see here, this is what we do Saturday. We just chill. We hang out. We shiny hunt. We're always shiny hunting, though, passively on every game. Every playthrough we do, we're always shiny hunting. We're also going to have videos coming out. Now, if you comment on those videos, you will not be added into the drawing, because there's no way for me to let people in on that. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to in every video, because I may forget to mention that any comments in those videos will be added. So it's not going to happen. It's only on these videos, these VOD replays. So any straight up videos, those comments don't count. But still comment on those. Still definitely should comment on those, especially the water type challenge, which I'm going to be getting back into. I have the next video already ready to go for next week. That'll be out. And same with Let's Go Pikachu Hard Mode Challenge Level 1. That's going to start up next week as well. It's ready to go. Really looking forward. I've already had it recorded. I've been looking forward to starting that now that we don't have a kids series running anymore. That's what our first Let's Go Pikachu series was a made for kids series. This one's going to be as well. Going to be nice, awesome, lighthearted, fun adventure with some hard mode rolls. It's going to be great. We have some extra levels as well, just like we have extra levels of our Scarlet and Violet challenge. Same goes for Let's Go Pikachu. Got a few levels. I'm distilling it a little bit, and I'm choosing the most important roles, and I'm kind of condensing it, so it's like maybe 3 levels. Level 1 is kind of like level 2 of our hard mode here, and level 3 or level 2 there will be like our level 3 challenges right now with the knockout role where you can't revive your Pokemon if they get knocked out. That will be added into, if we ever do a level 2 challenge of Pikachu, that's going to be added in as well as probably some extra roles that make it maybe even a little harder, quote unquote, than what the rules are for our current level 3 challenge in Scarlet and Violet. 2 different games. And of course our water type challenge on Scarlet and Violet currently going through. We're going to try all the types. Water seemed to me like the easiest one. So we started with water. I think I have Dark and Fire or Fire and Dark. Those are definitely the next 2. It means we're going to have a starter for each of those. And then Flying, Ground, and then the other 3 starter types. I believe we'll win Ghost, Fighting, and then Grass, because Grass could be okay. I don't know. The reason I had it so low on the list, it has some decent type spread, but it's so low on the list because Grass itself has so many weaknesses. But really, I mean, it's not really that bad of a typing. Somehow, even with all those weaknesses, somehow it's still okay. Sometimes. If we get the right Pokemon. But anyway, yeah, that's going. We're trying to go from easiest to hardest. You should check out the list on the community tab of that, how we're going to go. It's tentative. So if you want to let me know if you think one's a little easier than some of the others or harder than, if you think the list should change a little bit, let me know. I'm definitely willing to take some feedback on that. Definitely interested. So yeah, that'll be coming out. Let me know, and that's what I was going to mention about comments. You can let me know how you think the every one of these typed teams kind of stacks up. You know, give them like a 1 to 10 rank as we go through. Not necessarily rank my ability to play the game, although you can do that too. I already know what you'll say, but yeah, maybe, you know, rank the teams themselves, see if like what type would actually be the best. There's already several things I would have done much differently in the water type challenge. I realized Choodle would have been a better grab in a different area than it would than where we got him. We could have got something else in the south rather than Choodle because of that. It may have made the beginning of the game a little easier, and the beginning was the hardest part for water type challenge. Every challenge in the type challenges, of course, will have its own different challenges, specific ones, depending on, of course, obviously what it's weak to. And the ones that have those weaknesses earlier on in the game are going to struggle maybe a little more because of that. But because water is so strong otherwise, oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Because it's so easy otherwise, once you get past the grass gym and maybe, I don't know, Iono might be a little easier because you have a little bit more time. You have a few more Pokemon in your party by then, namely ground types. So I think Iono is going to be easier than Brassius. I think Brassius was probably the hardest part of the entire water challenge, at least until you get to the very end, because that's going to be hard for everybody, I would imagine. Great. Ourselves a Poplio to use on this character now. If I was able to somehow catch one more in like the next 5 minutes, I would add him to the rewards for the pool, the drawing we're about to do right now. I might as well do it right now while we're trying to catch this guy. All right, here we go. We have 10 entries from the chats this week. Thank you all. Thanks everybody for chatting, for chilling, and for subbing and liking, all that good stuff. Here's my 10-sided die that I'm about to cast to see who wins. I have the list numbered here. I know you guys trust me enough to do it this way and not have to like show you, but I will do that in the future. We'll get that set up. I don't have anything set up yet, but when I do, we'll start doing it that way. We'll do like a little spinner or something. But anyway, here's a dice for now. I'm gonna roll it on my. I got a little stole here. You can almost see actually. If I lift it up, you can. There it is. It's a little stole. I'm gonna roll it on. I don't think we're gonna attack this thing. Let's just keep whipping luxury balls at him. All right, we got a good roll. It is a 2. It is Pro Riding Gamers. I know I've seen you around a few times, so I'm sure you'll be back. Bro, I think I have the name. The name. That's funny. That's funny that it's you, because whenever I mentioned that I was gonna put the name in the community tab, but I don't have everyone's name exact, Some I have even less exact, but yours was one of the ones I thought that came to mind because I'm like, I think it's pro riding gamers, but I could be a little off with that. So you know who you are. You know who you are. I don't think you'll watch this. I'll put your name or what I think your name is in a post on the community tab so you can see that as well, maybe. And then hopefully claim your prize. Claim your prize sometime within the week, or at least, you know, say you're here with it within the week so that we, so you can get that. If not, I guess I will re-roll your name. I think I'll give a week. So up until next Saturday, and then if that doesn't happen by the next drawing, that's what we'll make it the deadline. Next drawing, I maybe make it 2 weeks. I don't know, and then we'll do it. We'll do like a double drawing then if we ever have to re-roll one from a previous week. So that's the plan. Thanks again for everybody for chilling and chatting. Do so again this coming week, and you will have your chance. And you can't win twice in a row. So of course, pro riding. You are off for a week, but you should still come by and hang out and chat. You do have to come by and hang out and chat to come and get your prize. You're trapped for one more week at least. So yeah, this is good. This will work out for now. This is how we're gonna do it for a while now. We'll do it this way, and then eventually, maybe, you know, if we grow enough, we'll make it that you have to be here for the stream, or maybe we'll do an extra giveaway a week. We'll do 2 giveaways every week. And one of it, we'll keep this one, and then we'll do another big one, like a real epic one, where you have to actually be there for it. How about that? Maybe we'll even do it where it's its own stream. I don't know. We'll see. Cool. We got a shiny Poplio, so that's nice. See if it's any good, or if it has a mark. Really, is all I'm looking for. Would have definitely rather had a female, but whatever, I guess. Might have to check. I know I have a couple others from this character. Well, maybe I'll swap them out for a different one. Okay, wait. Poplio is, this would be Sword and Shield. This would be Sun and Moon. What? Is something wrong here? Rowlet? Should Rowlet be here? 6. What am I missing here? 6, 5, 6. Is Rowlet ZA? No, I think Rowlet is Sun and Moon. That's just wrong, I think is all. Yeah? Okay. Either way. There we go. I suppose maybe I'll call it for the day. I guess maybe I could show, sorry, one more time here, just in case pro riding gamers or anybody else, if you do happen to stop by and you want to see the reward box, there you go. There you have it. One more time. The second rewards are the same, some of the same ones at least from all these event ones down here. Of course, they're all shinies. You can see their shiny marks there just in case. And they are all caught by me, as I said, on one of our characters, one or the other. Or the other, or the other. One there that's marked and is in there. If we had any other marked ones. I don't know if I checked all these, in fact, so let's find out. Nope. Nope, just the one. Just the one. It is in with the uncommon. Yeah, there they are. There they are. Good luck to all you next week. Come hang out again anytime, any day of the week, except Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. We're on playing something. Hope to see you then. Again, like, subscribe. It absolutely helps out. And again, if you want to maybe get into some other stuff in the community, especially coming up soon if we do some game testing. I've created many games on my own here that we are going to test and release at some point. Board games and tabletop games. So if you want to help test some of those, get in on the ground floor of that, Discord is the place to be. Join our Discord. Description below. It's actually the only, probably one of the only links there now. I took off the TCG player link and the eBay link for now. I actually went on vacation on the TCG player for now for a little bit, and I'm going to reorganize all that and get some stuff going with the cards. It's something different. Refresh all my TCG stuff. So in the meantime, I'm away on that. So I took the links away for now. It's just the Discord link. But anyway, that's it, guys. Randy, Nurse Templar, signing off. I suppose I was actually maybe going to even go hunt some more oddish, but it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll go. Playing some more sword. Maybe we'll get like 2 more weeks of sword. Or we're at the end doing some more Dynamax stuff. Almost again once a week. Will be when we do that. Maybe we'll even start playing another day of Scarlet and Violet every week. Doing some more of something there. We're changing things up once we finish Sword and Shield and before ZA comes out. Kind of just time to mess around on all the games. Definitely going to be finishing Arceus at that point. Doing some extra Arceus streams. So yeah, that's what's to come, and video releases every day of the week as well. Monday through Thursday, I suppose. Not every day, just 4 of 7 days. But that's going to be, again, our Let's Go Pikachu series once a week, our hard mode, hard mode, but the trainer challenge. Water, once a week. And then I'm also going to be releasing our original story here, Beyond Lumina, episodes 23 through 30, the end of Book 1. Going to be released through August, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Definitely check out the first 22 episodes on the channel. It's an audio series, so you can just chill and let it be told to you. You got to do anything. I don't even have to watch it. And you'll be all caught up. You can binge 22 episodes, and then be all caught up for this week when 23 is released and the epic finale comes out. And then you guys will be able to let me know whether you think I should do book 2 next, or if I should do some short stories. Perhaps maybe you're interested in some side stories that may have happened before or during book 1, or perhaps you may want to just hear a totally different story. Those are like the 3 options I got. Book 2 of Beyond Lumina, short stories of Beyond Lumina, or something totally different than Beyond Lumina, which again is the name of our 22 episode published story so far. I'm gonna get the rest of that out. Super excited for that. Gonna have that done and be on to even more stuff story-wise. Wildlands story hopefully gonna be coming out. It's a story more for a younger audience. And it won't just be me writing those. It'll be a group effort. And hopefully that'll be starting to be released in the winter time, this winter, maybe around Christmas or so. So stay tuned for that, of course, as well. Got all kinds of stuff happening here. All kinds of stuff. Might, again, start our Sunday Sunday stream series soon. And again, some other stuff. Again, if you have any short stream ideas for me, of any sort, let me know. Again, I might start some like commentary. I would love to do like commentary, just my thoughts, and you'll get your thoughts. Do a little, chatting about all the Pokemon Presents whenever they come out. What is it, like every month or whatever? Do that. Do other short streams, similar kind of styles. Maybe some other stuff that you guys think of. Let me know. I think I will call it here now that I just caught that next audition. Very nice. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Again, Randy, Nurse Templar, and Sydney the Pup Dog. Peace out. Have a blessed Lord's Day tomorrow. Maybe I'll see you.